Have you ever feeling lonely, even though you're constantly surrounded by so many people? And just feeling so pressured and sad because your friends and the people in social media seems not so lonely. They seem so connected with their friends and their partners. And then you start to compare yourself to others and then you feel even more lonely. You know that you care about people, you know that you're kind, but looks like whole society and all these people wants money and, fancy parties and whatnot. By the way, why do we feel lonely in the first place? Because if you think about it, there's so many people out there, and why do you have to feel lonely in the first place? The society romanticizes the whole idea. It feels like you have to get married and you have to get a partner and then can't be single, or you just lower standards and have a little small talk with people who you have no interest at all. But then end up feeling even more lonely because of the stress that you're holding and telling yourself, I don't want to be like them. I'm sorry to tell you this, but if you don't change the way you think, you're gonna end up feeling even more lonely, even if you find your soulmate. So I'm gonna explain why and how to stop feeling lonely, the 3-step. And look, this video will change your life. It did change mine. This is exactly how I stopped feeling lonely. I know you have watched these kind of video and end up like having no value, but that ends today, and I'm gonna give you a real 3-step. That's it, so make sure you stick to the end. First of all, even though living in this society makes us feel lonely in the first place, but then COVID made it even harder. Like this whole society wanted to teach us something, or we need to go through this bigger scale of lessons of humanity you have to go through. You were literally forced to be alone without any activities. And for some people, additionally, there's breakups and a lot of fight with a girlfriend, boyfriend. But why don't we start from here? What is the loneliness? So essentially, it is a creation of your mind. It is very psychological instead of physical. So technically, the physical isolation, the physically being isolated doesn't necessarily make you feel lonely. But if you start to think and feel lonely, despite the fact that you might be surrounded, most of the time it comes from our dependency. Look, the human being, we are so dependent on our parents. Like average 20 years, we are completely dependent on our parents. So this dependency creates a whole attachment issue with attention and validation from other people. And especially nowadays, we have way too many people to compare to. If you open your social media, TikTok, Instagram, like trillions of people to compare yourself to. And then let's face it, you're interested in a beautiful car, beautiful girls and boys, beautiful beaches, beautiful hotel and everything. So you're constantly looking at all these people who has a lifestyle that you want, who has a car you want, who has a beautiful house that you want. So which means you have way too many opportunity, aka temptation, to take your eyes off from your life and then looking at someone else's life and feeling jealous and feeling worthless, or feeling that you're below them or something. But I want you to step back and stay with me here, okay? The real question lies beneath this nobody understands me, why people don't understand my value and my worth, is that how much do I understand myself? Look, you might say yeah, I understand myself, I completely understand myself, I know myself, but do you? Because otherwise, why do you struggle in the first place? Why don't we just step back and focus on the aspect of understanding self? Because when you place the phrase, which is I know, I do understand, you're closing the doors for new information or new introduction and, expanding your awareness. And so let's step back and try to understand yourself a little bit deeper than before. So the first step to stop feeling lonely is to meditate. This is absolutely my favorite. Meditation is absolutely my favorite thing, but that's not the reason that I'm recommending, or it's not making a first step. The meditation is literally the first step to understand yourself a little bit deeper than before. And honestly, this is not me exaggerating anything, but meditation is everything you wish for, literally everything. But I get it. Maybe you haven't done it yet, or maybe you just only done it a few times, or you just haven't started yet and don't know exactly how to start or how to meditate, correctly. So what is the meditation? As you know, the Buddhism believes in the thought of the emptiness. The reason why meditation will teach you or help you to understand yourself better is because meditation will teach you the emptiness itself, so you become familiar with the emptiness yourself, because 99.9999% of everything in this universe is energy. That is quantum physics, right? There's an electron, atomic, there's a subatomic world, the smallest world in this universe. So whatever we see, everything is, well, energy, which means empty, right? Empty space. But through five senses, to us, it's not empty. It's like, you know, you can touch it, you can smell it, you can taste it, you can see it. It seems like emptiness is just not familiar. So it means that's what we think. That's what mind makes it so. But the truth is, we all need to get in touch with this emptiness, which is the source of everything, source of ourselves. Especially in this fast modern society, you know, we are constantly being rushed to get a result, to go to work and everything. Meditation is essentially to be totally, to exist totally. That's why we focus on the breath. To be completely aligned with just the breath. Just breathe the best way you can. It literally teaches us to do things, but in the most efficient and proper way. And I've got a best guiding meditation for beginner and everyone in my YouTube, so check that out later so you can start meditation from today. So I'll leave the link in the description so you can start meditation today. And obviously the consistency is the key. If you meditate once, nothing will happen. So you have to meditate 5 minutes a day, you know, every day, and you have to experience. And step 2 is to be alone by your choice. So there's a fine line between you are choosing and you're chosen. And most of the time you are chosen to be alone and feeling lonely. But by what? By our emotions and dependency and an attachment. Being alone by your choice is a position, but being surrounded by people is a condition. That's why it can make you feel lonely. But how are loneliness and solitude different? Loneliness is marked by feelings of isolation despite wanting social connection. It is often perceived as an involuntary separation, rejection, or abandonment by other people. On the other hand, solitude is voluntary. People who enjoy spending time by themselves continue to maintain positive social relationship that they can return to when they crave connection. They still spend time with others, but these interactions are balanced with period of time alone. So fundamentally, we desire to be connected with others, but then getting opposite result make us feel lonely because of our fear. Nobody wants to be isolated mentally or physically, so deep down there is a fear that driving this desire to feel connected. So by choosing to be alone and enjoying yourself, enjoying to be alone, will create this alignment within yourself with purpose and a result. And instead of like focusing on this internal direct, like, you know, oh, I'm not good enough, like I'm feeling lonely, I am lonely, or comparing yourself to other people's life, or just getting pressured by the societies and your parents. I personally choose to embrace myself in a solitude, to be alone time to time, to learn about myself deeper, and to even appreciate, not taking for granted, this connection that I have with myself and with others. And this allows you to be familiar with the self-connection and love and unity within you. And this brings us to the step 3. Learn how to enjoy your own company. Alright, let's face it, if you can't enjoy your own company, then who will? You already know that everything's a reflection, everything is a mirror. That's how perception looks like. We perceive things that what we actually project by yourself. So essentially we reflect and then perceive by ourselves. There's a beautiful quote from Osho which goes, "Whoever you love becomes beautiful. Love gives everything beauty." I literally lost in this quote, like it gave me the opportunity to get in touch with my emptiness, and this tells everything. That's why when you love yourself and when you get in touch with yourself, that reflects onto the world that you live in. Acknowledge your beauty, acknowledge your caring and loving self and beauty. By loving yourself and taking care of yourself, so that you start to see this beauty within you. So you don't need to feel lonely anymore, because now you are self-connected and there's a unity, there's a love. And then you feel even more connected without all these people that you used to call your friends. And we tend to desire our ideal way of living, the lifestyle, and then, you know, having soulmate and being in a relationship. But having expectation with it creates a whole gap between your ideal reality and your current reality. But the first step from being lonely and alone, from positive solitude, is to connect with yourself and the world. Choose to be alone by your choice and try to enjoy your own company. Try to enjoy the moment with you. Go on a date with yourself. Do something that you wanted to do with your friends. Just by yourself, it's not sad at all. It is a choice that you enjoy yourself. Instead of staying home and watch Netflix and then scrolling TikTok for like 3 to 5 hours a day. Do something that you wanted to do with your friend. But this time, do it with your best friend. You. Alright, with that said, thank you so much for watching. I really hope that this embraces you to be alone by your choice and enjoy your company, take care of yourself and have the connection and unity within yourself. Let me know what you want to do with yourself. Let me know where you want to go. Take yourself on a date. Let me know in the comment. And if you like the video, smash the like button and leave a comment below. Let me know in the comment. And if you're new to my channel, I would appreciate it if you subscribe and put a notification bell. Alright guys, stay disciplined, stay beautiful. Live your life like a movie.